Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of CookieCast. Today on CookieCast is the football podcast, and all honesty, holding our hands up, being as truthful as we can, this was recorded before you might think it was. A while before. You'll get the idea once we get into it, but just holding our hands up on that one. Before we get started, please do consider like, share, subscribe and comment. Drop in reviews you want to drop. Share the podcast around. If you've got a football fan in your life, send them this podcast. They'll love it. Right, let's get started. Here we go. This is CookieCast, the football podcast.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry! Not anymore. Welcome along to the post-Christmas podcast edition of the CookieCast football podcast. I hope you're all turkeyed out, stuffinged out, Yorkshire puddings out. I mean, this is always the debate, isn't it? Do you put them on your Christmas dinner? Do you not put them on your Christmas dinner? If you don't, you're obviously just a dick. So,
I will play this back to Sarah's dad. You're welcome.
Really? No puds?
No, it was close to being a deal breaker at one point. I'll be honest, but yeah, it's fine.
Wow.
They're just amazing at everything else that they cook. So I'll.
Well, see, my argument, obviously, don't trust us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get to the football eventually, but my argument has always been, well, it's just like the best Sunday dinner, just pimped up, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't normally have a Sunday dinner without Yorkshire puddings. So why would you have a Christmas dinner without Yorkshire puddings? But that's just me. Anyway, like I said, we are here to talk football, not delicious slap-up Christmas dinners. All honesty, folks, we aren't recording this after Christmas. We've all got busy lives. You've all got busy lives. So sadly, we can't go through last week's results as we forgot our DeLoreans and we don't have that information to hand, sadly. So we're just going to dive straight in with the next set of predictions, which start, strange enough, at the exact same stadium that last week's predictions started. So, Blackburn Rovers take on Middlesbrough in the first game of week 20. So, as it's my team, I will obviously have the joy of going last. So, let's see how Mr. Matthew Moore thinks this one will start.
I've gone for 2-1 Blackburn win.
Boo! Let me guess. There's a distinctive Chilean flair to one of your goal scorers.
By Stoke-on-Trent. Yes, Brereton Diaz for one, Dolan for the other, and Crooks for the consolation.
Is it Dolan with like an H or something like that?
I've just got Dolan.
As long as it's not Terry.
Oh no, it's because his name, his first name's got like an H in a weird place, and it's like Tyrese or something like that. And Crooks was your Borough scorer, yeah?
Yeah.
Lovely.
I just went on the BBC website and saw what the top scorers were and picked two.
Very sensible, very sensible. Mr. Cook.
A Borough 2-0 win.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Fours and Hoppy.
You know what? I hope Poppy gets off the mark sooner rather than later because,
Yeah, me too.
I'd like to see that happen. Mr. Woodmansey.
Well, don't you have to get into the starting team first to
come on as a sub?
Well, okay, I shouldn't have said starting team. I should have just said match day squad was what I was going with. Unfortunately for you, Paul, I have gone for a Blackburn 1-0 win. But much more to your delight, I have not gone for the Chilean feel. I've gone for Gallagher.
Well, he was the guy who scored the goals the last time they played, so...
Oh, I didn't know that.
I believe the phrase is... So, anyway. As it is my team, obviously I'll give the last prediction. So I've gone for a 1-1 draw on this one, with Bradley Dack to score for Blackburn and Isaiah Jones to get the goal for Borough. We move on to the West Midlands, where Birmingham City will take on Hull City. I'll dive straight in on this one. I've gone for a 2-2 draw on this one. I'm going for Troy Deeney and Hannibal to score the goals for Birmingham, and Tufan, and as we found out last week, scoring the first goal that we've never heard before, Ryan Woods to score for Hull. Mr. Moore.
I've gone for a 1-1 draw. And obviously, being as it's Mr. Woodmansey against Mr. Woodmansey's team, they're going to pick Hogan for Birmingham.
Brother.
And Tufan.
Very nice. Mr. Cook.
Little out of sorts for me. I've gone with a 1-1 draw.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're entering into new worlds of pleasure and intrigue. Your Birmingham City goal scorer.
I may have made a small error in picking somebody that I'm going to struggle to pronounce.
Excellent.
Jukovic.
I knew it. As soon as I heard you say that you can't pronounce, I was going to say it's Jukovic. So.
There it is. And for Hull, I have the longest man of all, Long Man.
Lovely stuff. Go on, Mr. Woodmansey, how's it going?
Well, I particularly enjoyed Andy's tactic there of it's that guy I can't pronounce, stick me down for him, so that whoever then scores, Andy will just claim. So, nice try, Mr. Cook. I have gone for a 2-0 Birmingham win. Yes. I've gone for the obligatory Troy Deeney goal. And Cheech's buddy, stick me down for a Chong second.
Andy now kicking himself that he didn't pick that particular goal scorer. Just excuse me, 1 moment. We move to our New Year's Eve game.
I haven't got a clue at this point.
I think it's New Year's Day, isn't it?
It's New Year's Day, I think.
All the days have blended together. Oh, it might be New Year's Day, actually. So our first football flavour of 2023 takes us to the East Midlands this time for Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea. Mr. Moore's team, he will, of course, go last. Stu, what have you got for this one?
I have gone for a Nottingham Forest 1. Sorry, Matthew. Chelsea 3.
Ooh! Goal scorers, please.
Matt, again, he picked him on the last one, and then I'd already written him down for this one. But I've gone for Jesse Lingard, because it's about time that kid started earning his money. And
for Chelsea?
Yeah, I've gone for Mount, Pulisic, and Havertz.
Interesting. I will dive in here where I've gone for a 1-2. A 2-1 Chelsea win. I've gone for a Onyi to score for Forest, and I have picked Havertz and Mount to score for Chelsea, which is impressive, but as I think Kai Havertz is, pardon my French, dog shit. So let's see when he scores 5 against Forest, no doubt. Mr. Cook.
1-1 draw.
Ooh. Noticing a theme here. Goal scorers.
If I don't put him down, something bad will happen. So Johnson, obviously. And apparently, it was the day for me to pick names I can't pronounce, but I'm going to give it a really good go. Aubameyang.
Oh,
Perfection.
nailed it. And I'm not going to lie, forgot he even played for Chelsea.
So does he some weeks.
Go on, Mr. Moore.
I've gone for Forest 1, Chelsea 2.
Forest goal scorer.
A 1 ye.
This is sounding awfully familiar.
I haven't predicted him yet.
Chelsea.
And Sterling and Havertz.
Sterling. Not going to lie, forgot he played for Chelsea.
But that's what Forest do. If you think of an overrated player who's not played well for a while, Forest will give them a goal to make sure they get back into form.
It's always the way. This is always the way with the Borough. Is it a guy who's not scored in 15 games? Just bring him to Teesside, lads. He'll get a goal. We move back to the West Midlands again. We're spending an awful lot of time in the West Midlands in this particular podcast, where Birmingham City take on Middlesbrough. My team, I will go last. Mr. Cook, what have we got for this one?
Borough 1-0.
Thought we were going to get a third consecutive 1-1 draw from Mr. Cook there. Your goal scorer, please.
I just like to mix it up every now and then. I've gone with somebody that's not been predicted for a while. A little Watmore action.
I like it. Scored against Burnley, of course. You'll remember from a couple of weeks ago. Mr. Moore.
I've gone for a New Year's Desmond 2-2.
Is that 2 games in a row at Birmingham that Matt has predicted as 2-2 then?
No, he went 1-1.
No.
I went 2-2.
Okay, I'll let him off.
I've gone Hogan and Deeney for Birmingham. And joining Andy on the Watmore train with a little crook side action.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Watmore with a side portion of crooks. Lovely. Mr. Woodmansey.
You wait for one Watmore to come along, and then 3 come along at once, because he's already in the book, so if I change it now, it's clearly going to happen and kick me in the ass. So I've gone for a Middlesbrough 2-0 win with Watmore and Tubes.
Excellent. I have gone for a 2-1 Middlesbrough win. Deeney to score for Birmingham. Giles and Crooks to score for the Borough. And completing our Week 20 predictions in the round robin of sloppiest of seconds, we have Wigan Athletic clearly reeling from a Boxing Day pasting at the hands of the Borough, taking on Hull, a City. I will jump in right here. I have gone for a 1-0 away win with Longman to score the goal. As I feel it may be similar, I'm going to come to Mr. Cook next.
Just change the goal scorer to Estupinian and we'll be done.
0-1. Estu. Pinan. Mr. Moore.
I'm going to take both of your scores, put them together with both scorers, but we're going to get one. Keane's going to get a little sneaky.
So 2-1, Keane for the Wigan. Longman and Estupinian for the Tigers. So rounding Week 20 out nicely, Mr. Stew, what are we seeing here?
I optimistically or stupidly, based on Hull's previous performances at Wigan, have gone for a 2-1 Hull win. I did pick Keane to score against Borough, so I can't pick him 2 games running. So I'm going to go for McLean for Wigan.
That prick.
Thought that would go down well. And I've gone for Tufan and Longman. I really hope Tufan gets a really good run in the side now after the goal in the game against team from 3 weeks ago at this point in time against Sunderland, because man, he was one of them ones that was brought in as like a proper creative midfielder that likes to actually have a go, and he hasn't really had a run in the side yet, like a proper run in the side. He's only had like impact appearances, so I'm hopeful that against teams that quote unquote we should be beating, he might actually get a chance to have a look in. But that's the sort of game I think where he'll thrive, because we're going to be there just to kick lumps out of everybody, where he seems to quite enjoy that and just skip around people. So we'll see how we go.
You never know, though, with this new manager coming in, like, Colo Toure obviously he's just taken over as the manager of Wigan. You never know, he might have him playing in a different style if he's that sort of manager and stuff like that, but we'll have to wait and see.
Is that his first like proper appointment as the manager? Was he?
I think so. I think he's been on the coaching staff at like Celtic and Leicester as well, under Brendan Rodgers. So this is his first. I believe it's his first gig as a head coach, if you will. So it'll be interesting to see what he brings to the party. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, and they're all short and sweet at the moment, I'm afraid. Not a great deal to cover, obviously, with the World Cup taking the majority of the focus as it stands.
But hold on to that, because just around the corner, on the horizon, by the time indeed that you may have listened to this podcast, it's transfer window time. So anything could happen from this point onwards.
Time for Mr. Gibson, Mr. Mavronakis, and Mr. Ilicelli, I believe.
He's done it. He's only gone and got it.
To dust off the old checkbook.
Well, as the Athletic headline said today, new faces are coming.
Do with that information what you will, ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Cook did with several memes to our group chat earlier today. You know that feeling where you just have to mute a group chat because you know the stuff's coming too fast.
That was the problem, I think.
Quite literally. So yes, thank you once again to these three lovely gentlemen for joining me to break down some football games for you. Do a little bit of predictions. Obviously, at this particular point when you listen to this, we will be fast entering the home stretch of 2022, gallivanting closely towards 2023, where hopefully football will bring us back around, and we're all thankful for our teams and whatnot. But until that time, I'm just thankful for these three gentlemen joining me, you lovely people for listening and watching, and we'll see you in the new year for more delicious content. But until then, goodbye.
So there you go. What do you think to that? Another one done, another one gone, not a lot of games gone. Be into the new year. What are we thinking about the new year? What are we thinking about the New Year's games? Before you go, please do consider like, share, subscribe and comment. Drop in a review you want to drop and share the podcast around. If you fancy checking out our website, it's thecookiecast.com. There we've got some social media links and an email button for you to get in touch with us. That's it for this one. Until next time, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you then.
Thank you for listening to these grumpy old men talk about football. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like, share and subscribe.